The New York Knicks are different this season. The team has been playing extremely well, and even though they have been shorthanded, they still have not missed a beat, showing their solid depth. The Knicks have won 9 straight games. Their latest was a comeback victory against the Indiana Pacers. On the night where Jalen Brunson earned his first All-Star nod, he put up 40 points. Brunson couldn't even get the words out when asked on the court what the night meant to him, as MVP chants rained down from all around Madison Square Garden. Brunson and the Knicks continue to roll. They are sending a message to the entire NBA that they are in fact for real. What's going on, everyone? It is Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'll be talking about the New York Knicks sending a message to the entire NBA. If y'all could do me a solid favor, hit a like on the video. It helps it a ton. And also, please subscribe to the channel for more Knicks and NBA content just like this. Jalen Brunson scored 11 of his 40 points in the fourth quarter to rally the Knicks in a game in which they trailed by 15 points. With his left eye appearing to be swollen, Brunson would not be denied. He was a man on a mission, showing why he is the guy in New York. But on this night, it was the Knicks' other guys who also stepped up in a big way. Dante DiVincenzo scored 20 points, Deuce McBride had 16, Isaiah Hartenstein had 12 points and 19 rebounds, and Precious Achiuwa finished with 12 points and 16 boards for the Knicks. Achiuwa has really found himself in New York, and this was the Achiuwa Raptors fans like myself were hoping for. The Knicks, who were playing without their injured starting forwards in Julius Randle and OG Anunoby, were coming off a 14-2 month. You look at Randle, he will be out through the All-Star break with his dislocated right shoulder. However, it could have been a lot worse, so Knicks fans will definitely take that. While Anunoby missed his 3rd straight game with right elbow inflammation. And then you look at Quentin Grimes, he was sidelined with a sprained right knee. But you look at the Knicks, and the month they just had in January, it's got Knicks fans believing that this team could in fact go on a run. I mean, the month of January saw the Knicks go 14-2 with a league best plus 15.8 net rating. During the month, we saw Tom Thibodeau's elite defense on full display as the Knicks absolutely locked down teams after the arrival of OG Anunoby. We saw Jalen Brunson's play in the month of January make him an all-star for the first time in his career, and it was a month that saw the Knicks beat contenders in the Denver Nuggets and really legitimize themselves as a true contender. The last time the Knicks had a 14-2 month, guys, it was nearly 20 years ago in 1994, and that was a year in which the Knicks made the NBA Finals. So we will see if history in fact repeats itself. And why can't these Knicks make a deep playoff run and make things interesting in the East? I mean, you look at the Eastern Conference right now, and it appears to be a lot more wide open than people think. The 76ers got bad news regarding Embiid's knee. The Bucks defense is a big question mark, and they haven't looked sharp. And then the Celtics have been known to have these letdown spots. For as dominant as they look, they have these poor outings that make you question, are the Celtics going to be able to get it done? I mean, just take their most recent game against the shorthanded Lakers. Boston fell completely flat. And when you look at the Knicks, of course, they're going to have to get and stay healthy. Julius Randle is out for multiple weeks. They hope to get him back at 100%. And then Mitchell Robinson remains out with no timeline for his return, but he could be back before the season ends, which would be a big boost for this Knicks team going into a playoff run. And you look at the Knicks right now, they're only a half a game back of the Bucks. So if the Knicks do get that 2nd seed and are able to keep it, that's 2 playoff matchups where you're starting at home with home court advantage. That's huge. And why I really like the Knicks this season and why I think they're legit is their elite defense, which will be a nightmare to deal with in the playoffs for some of the high-octane offenses. And we just saw what the Knicks did to the highest-scoring team in the league, holding them to 105 points, and that was without their defensive engine in OG Anunoby. Now, before we continue on with this video, guys, I want to talk to you about today's video sponsor, BetUS. And right now on BetUS, you can get a 125% deposit match using my link down below, and that is up to $2,500. So if you were to deposit $100 using my link, then you'll have $225 to play around with. BetUS is an awesome sportsbook and casino website known for 24/7 customer service, and they have one-day payouts. And if you look at BetUS's website, you can bet on the NBA, which is what I'm interested in. I mean, you can bet against the spread, or you could pick a team to win straight up, or maybe even if you want to look at some NBA futures, you can put in a future on the New York Knicks winning it all if you are confident that this team can get it done. And you just put $15 on that, you can win $450. So there's great value there. Get in on the action today. Click my link down below and join BetUS. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. When the Knicks traded for OG Anunoby, it really did change everything for this team. Anunoby is one of the best on-ball perimeter defenders in the league, and then you combine that with Isaiah Hartenstein, who's been awesome in terms of protecting the rim. The Knicks had a defensive rating of 104.4 in January, the best in the league, and it would be the best in the league for the season by a ridiculous 4.2 points per 100 possessions. And since the trade for Anunoby, in non-garbage time minutes, the Knicks allow less than a point per possession when Anunoby is on the court. That is 99.5 defensive rating via cleaning the glass. And again, Precious has really blossomed for New York lately. So the Knicks have just transformed their identity since making that big trade. And if this is the defense that does in fact show up in the playoffs, they will give teams like the Bucks, Sixers, and Celtics problems. Next, I want to talk about Jalen Brunson. There was all this talk about how he wouldn't be the guy or is too small. It's all nonsense. Brunson, to me, can be the guy to put this team on his back and take over when they need him to. He's exactly the type of guy you need in a deep playoff run. I mean, Brunson will have to do it against elite defenses like the Cavs and the Celtics, but Brunson, I think, his ability to perform in big moments, we've seen it already. And Brunson's obviously going to need his co-star, however, to come up big. And that's when Julius Randle needs to be ready to go. I know the Knicks don't have another classic shot creator outside of Brunson. But, if they can get Randle's solid production, then other guys like Hart and DiVincenzo to step up, I think they'll be okay. I like this Knicks team making a playoff run. It's unlikely that they're going to make another trade. But even if this is the team as constructed going to the playoffs, if they are healthy, I'm saying it now, I can see the Knicks getting to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. I like the Knicks as a team that gets to the Eastern Conference Finals. So the New York Knicks will have to take it up a notch in the playoffs, but you look at the new look Knicks guys, the sample size that we have seen, I mean, the NBA is starting to take notice. The New York Knicks, this team, they are in fact dangerous, and they can make a lot of noise come playoff time. I don't think this is a flash in the pan. I really think this team has found its identity. They have really elevated their defense, and that in turn has just opened things up. And obviously, Brunson has elevated his game. I mean, Brunson was already a special player last season, right? So to see him have an even better season, it just speaks volumes to how the Knicks pieces are meshing together so well and how this team is blossoming. And, you look at the guys they brought in via the trade, just two perfect fits. And, right now, the New York Knicks, they are surprising a lot of people. And this is a team that they can cause some damage. So we will see how the Knicks look from here on out. But what are your thoughts on the Knicks? And how do you see them stacking up in the Eastern Conference? Let me know your full thoughts down below, guys. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next video.